Coach, day one of training camp, how did it feel to be back, with all the guys under those circumstances, and how did day one go for you?
I thought day one was great. I thought the energy was very good. The intensity was good. The competitive edge was there. Just getting these guys back in the gym on the floor all together was really good. I really enjoyed it.
How involved is Jalen today? What are your expectations for him this week, man? What was he able to do?
Well, his voice was everywhere. So that's one thing The energy he brought was absolutely fantastic. What he was able to do was all the non-contact drills. Our 5-on-0, our defensive shell, the things where he's not physically going against guys, but he was active and available to do that.
And similarly with Mo, obviously he's a little bit further away, but at this point, where is he at?
Mo was able to do what he was able to do today was a little similar to Jalen, but probably two steps back of it. Just being able to do some non-contact shooting, technique things, but very little contact today for Mo.
Even though they are limited in what they can do, just to have those guys around back, and there's some idea of when they'll be back. Just what does that do for the team as the new season starts?
Well, we've said it about them so many times. The energy that they provide, the joy that they bring to the game, what they can give the guys the perspective of being out means that, take advantage of being able to play this game and be on the floor with full health.
How do you react to or coach with the new level of expectation that's on this team?
That's a very good question, and I think we've embraced it, and you coach the same way that it's about the daily habits that you build every day. Championships aren't won right now. We want to be playing our best basketball in March, April, and June. But the habits start now. What we do in these days, where we're communicating, how we're passing and sharing the basketball, how we're defending, those habits start now to build towards it. No matter the expectation, it's a higher expectation on us within the building.
Jamahl, to have two vets like Desmond Bane and Tyus Jones out there in practice, what does that do for the team?
It's great. Their leadership is tremendous. Their ability to communicate to the guys the things that they've seen, the experiences that they have, them understanding how they can take guys under their wing. It's so good for us to be able to have guys like that, and they embrace the role wholeheartedly.
What does Paulo have to do to kind of take that next step where he is now to become one of those unquestioned guys on the team?
I don't know if there's many questions right now. I mean, that's a great statement / question, but Paulo is going to continue to work every single day to be the best version he can be, and he's going to be a force through this league for years to come. And I think it just continues to be with his dominance on both ends of the floor, his voice, being a vocal leader to this group, and then, raising the tide of what we do, even as coaches, bringing everybody along with him to what we're capable of doing.
Noah said yesterday, the transition from France to the U.S. was a bit complicated. Social Security number, you mentioned credit scores. Just with a guy like that, is there something, what can you do as a coach to help, or how do you handle a guy like that coming over and trying to make the transition as seamless as possible?
Well, I think that's a job of our entire organization, and they've done a tremendous job of getting him those things, providing the information that he needs, getting him to the spots he's supposed to be. But it's everybody embracing him and knowing what he needs, and he's not afraid to ask the questions. That's why I've said it about him. He's inquisitive. He wants to know what to do, but it takes all of us in the organization, and that's where I give so much credit to Jeff and his group and the DeVos family for bringing the right people in to make sure that we embrace whoever comes into this organization the right way, and that they become part of this culture that we have.
You didn't know there.
How important are these first couple of days with where you're going this weekend and the travel day there?
It's huge to be able to implement our system, to get these guys back with that competitive edge, the continuity that we're continuing to grow with the group. I think it's very important that these first couple days of practice, because the things that you put in now in training camp are the things that you can lean back in on, not just in the 2 days of the game, but in January when you've traveled and you've been on the road for a bunch of days, you can lean back into what you've done these first couple days.
If you didn't know their history, would you be able to tell by watching them that Des and Tyus play together before?
Yeah. There's a comfort level that they have with one another. Just that their veteran leadership, knowing that they're calling each other out, going to the same baskets. There's just something about them and their experience through this league that just says, you know, one, they've been together before, and if I didn't know it, I would have thought, you know, you think it.
There are obviously a lot of new faces on the team, but how do you ensure that you're still kind of getting the basics of what this team is about and reinforcing what the returning players have done?
Yeah, no, that's great, Philip. What it is we always go back to the fundamentals. You know, today's practice, the theme and the focus was conditioning, sprinting, and defensive fundamentals. You know, we keep it simple for that because now those guys walking in are understanding our defensive principles, where we start things. You got to be in shape in order to do it and communicate at the level you need to. But everything's got to be a sprint and a go because you don't want to walk into actions. You don't want to walk into anything. You want to be aggressive. And like we said, we want to impose our will on how we do things. And that starts with your level of conditioning to begin with.
Did everyone make it through the first day all right?
Everyone made it through the first day all right.
What do you think of Jace early on?
Jace is similar to Noah in that he asks a lot of questions. He wants to know what to do and where to do it. He's a student of the game. His confidence level is something that I really appreciate, but he's also human. His humility in it says a lot. And you can see right here, this young man walks in, takes over the press conference. This is that veteran leadership. He shouldn't do it to the head coach, but that's okay. I don't mind because this is who he is going to be for this franchise. A leader, communicator, tough as nails. I wish he would have made more shots in that last drill with that group, but that's okay.